I remember like super gluing my fingers closed because I would play until they just completely bursted open, and then I'd super glue them closed and like keep playing.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's dedication. Welcome to PAM Eastcoast, LA. I am your host, Pamela, and today I have the wonderful band, Northlake. Welcome, man.
Hello. Thanks for having us.
Thank you. I'm so sorry that I'm catching you on a day that you guys are actually touring and traveling. And I hope you guys had a rest stop on your way to Austin.
Yeah, we stopped at the check stop.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you have to take the crap or anything during the interview, but if you have to, just go ahead. Don't worry about it. So I know you guys are based in Dallas.
That would be correct, yes.
Yeah. How do you like it? How do you like Dallas?
It's sweet. It's a cool city. Definitely, I don't know. We make it work.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the same as like being in like LA or like Austin or New York, but I mean, there's still a decent scene down there. We get a lot of touring acts come through.
It's a really cool community of artists.
Yeah,
and the venues are great.
That's what I wanted to know. How is as far as performing out in Dallas? You guys do get work out there?
Yeah.
Recently, we've been focusing more on just getting recordings done, but we actually just played this really cool show.
Yeah.
Last weekend.
March 19th, right?
Yeah. It was in the 10th story of a Dallas like skyrise. Yeah.
Kind of bunch of the bands have just been playing South by Southwest literally like the day prior, and they all came up and kind of had like a little mini festival. It was really cool.
Oh, that sounds awesome. So you guys you have a show tonight in Austin or tomorrow?
Well, we're playing a friend's house party down here. We're actually at a ranch out in Austin. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Dude, you can't lie to me now. I see the whole thing. Is there like buckets over there that you like spit seeds in and tobacco or what?
Pretty close.
Oh, that's awesome. So tell me, guys, how did you guys get together? Let's talk about how you guys came up with the name.
That's a question for Austin.
That's that guy right there.
Well, I used to live in this place called Northlake. And it was, how do I explain this? So basically I lived in this place called Northlake, and there was a point where I lived there, and then I was like homeless and like living out of a Mini Cooper next to like a smoke shop, and then I met Devlin, and Northlake was kind of like that part of me that was like still a child and like still like that kind of innocent part of me. And now after Northlake and after the car, now that I'm with these fine esteemed gentlemen, living in a house. It's like that step where it was just kind of like I am gonna find myself, or be in a band. Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, it was just kind of me. Like it's the next step, I guess. New season in my life, or the first season of a new life.
Right. So this is your blessing in your beginning.
Yeah. It's like a fresh start, basically.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so glad you guys found each other then. So I take you're the vocalist.
I'm the drummer. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, like.
I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. I am.
Well, let's just end this interview because I'm all fucked up.
Sorry. Yeah, no, I'm the singer.
Okay, cool. So you are the vocalist, and then that makes you Austin.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we have the bassist Devlin right there, and then Dylan, you're the guitarist.
Yes, that would be correct.
Okay, and then I'm just missing the drummer Joshua then.
Yeah.
Where's that hooker? Huh? Before we continue on, let's talk about grape drink, purple drink hour. What do we have here?
Yeah.
Gentlemen? One of my absolute favorites, an old fashioned.
We have old fashions with what is this? Really fancy old whiskey that we found in this 100-year-old farmhouse.
That's
So
awesome. I'm using Johnny Walker.
that's a
Good choice. Yeah, probably better than this one, to be honest.
Yeah, this one's tasting a bit rank, but
Why? Don't
soldier
taste good? Yasas, guys.
no. What was the Greek word?
Yasas.
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 So this is how you salute, you know, when they say salute, this is what we say in Greece. Yasas. And it's a good word to know. It's a good word to know because it also means hello and goodbye.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That makes it easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a good word to know, like I tell everybody. So Northlake, you guys honored that name because it really meant a lot to Austin then.
Yeah.
We also picked it out of a hat.
That is
We
true.
did
Oh,
pick it up.
bro. By the way, we had a
Yeah,
what was
we
the
kinda-
other name choices.
Oh, you don't want to know.
Yeah, they were pretty rough.
We don't
But
know.
I mean, in our heads, it was like the name doesn't really pick the music. The music kind of picks the name. I mean, there's bands with really weird names that still make it work. The first song we released, it did okay, but that was just our friends listening to it.
Okay.
And then I started reaching out to like actual industry people and getting their words to it, and it slowly started making a little bit of a build. That's how we got our management. And that's like how all these things are happening for us. So it's nice to kind of see things happening when you actually put some work in.
Yeah, and I do want to mention one thing before we move on. He kind of thought of this one thing where it's just like, well, all these people have like 100 followers on Instagram. What I mean by all these people are just like kind of the gatekeeper type people. Like, oh, at A&R, Sony Music only has 150 like followers on Instagram.
Right.
I bet if he read a DM, and we wouldn't be like, hey, listen to our music, give us a record deal. It was just trying to have a conversation with people and build that connection.
People really like that.
And yeah, I mean, because
especially if you talk about like the stuff they're doing, like if you say, hey, I saw this article you just made, or
Yeah.
hey, I love this band you signed. Instagram we found was the best way, because I mean,
Yeah.
none of us really know how to use Facebook or anything. Like
Right.
Instagram's that nice little niche for us
Yeah.
that we've like kind of grown up with it.
and also it's been, because I feel like the traditional kind of up until probably 10 years ago, it was like, let's hop in a van and play a million shows, and that's how we grow our fan base. And I mean, I feel like there's definitely still people doing that and having success with that now, but like it's pretty cool to be able to just like spend a couple hours on an app and meet people across the world that actually like your music, connect with them.
That's I think my favorite thing about all of this is like just seeing the range of people who are, you know, like actually our
Responding to
fans.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. That's what I love too. I love the people that I've met that have come on the show. We've been forever. We're going to be forever friends. We're like all family, including you guys. I'm very, very big with alternative. It reminds me of the 90s, you know. And so who writes the music for you guys?
We all, I mean,
Tanner will come up with like, he's the lyricist.
he'll,
So I guess you could say that.
I'll put you into the here's how we write most of our songs. Tanner will stay up until about 4 a.m. playing 2 chords and singing, and then he'll be like, all right, make this good. and we'll just kind of, I'm sorry, I don't want to mean it like that. No, he'll
All right,
have a really
we'll be
good
all
idea.
right. Let him know.
He'll have a really good idea, and then we'll expand on it. And that, I mean, everyone kind of has their own little part on it. But I definitely think Austin's the driving force between.
It's yeah.
Sorry.
Well, let me ask you, because I know most music always has some kind of truth behind it. So did you come up with that song, Heavy Hand?
No. Well, no.
That was actually
Josh.
Josh. Yeah,
Okay.
that's more of Josh's story though.
Yeah.
Okay. That song was, I really like that song.
Yeah. Oh, I know it's definitely resonated with a lot of people.
I feel like everyone can kind of take a little piece of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I I mean, don't get me wrong, my father never hit me, but I definitely understand the meaning behind that song. And I know people that have been through that kind of situation. I don't know if anybody, well, hopefully people hear it, but you guys definitely, that song has a lot, definitely tells a story and it has a lot of meaning to it. And you can already tell heavy hand, you know, meaning, you know, kind of getting beat, right?
Yeah.
So I just didn't want to assume, but I was like, you're listening to the words. I was like, okay, yeah, I get it. I didn't know. So Joshua has a story that he's not going to be able to tell today. Let me tell you.
I know. Unfortunately, I wouldn't feel right telling his story without him here.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. He's not here to tell it. What is it?
Capo.
Yeah, there. That. So who wrote that?
So that was, again, like all of us.
Yeah, that was a jam session turned right.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
That was
a
we
cool
have
video.
different methods. Yeah, that video is great. Our friend Davian did that. He goes to school, he went to school at University of New Mexico.
Okay.
Now he's doing some really cool stuff with a producer down here in Dallas. But yeah, that song Capo, the name is actually, it's relating to like the guitar part. I don't know if you've ever seen those little clips that go in like the acoustic guitars.
It raises the register.
Yeah.
And that song Dylan plays it in
With a capo. Yeah. So that's
Okay.
why it's called.
It was like the working title, and we couldn't come up with a better one. So we're like, well, let's just call it Capo.
Yeah. Well, it was a great video. I'll tell you that much. I could tell you guys.
We had a lot of fun.
As I was about to say, it seemed like you guys are shooting pool. That sounded like, that just probably looked like a good day, right?
Well, okay.
There's a dust.
No?
So we actually have a pretty good story about that video. So we're out in like the New Mexico desert, and
Suited up.
we're all suited up. It's like
Yeah.
110 degrees.
Oh,
And we're getting the shots we need to get, and we look on the radar, and we picked like the one day a year it thunderstorms out there, and we can see, like, we still have probably like an hour's worth of shooting, and we can literally see like death coming towards us, and we're like, all right, let's hurry. And after about 10 minutes, there's this like wall of sand just like blows through, like crazy wind. And we're like, all right, we got to get we had probably like $10,000 for the camera equipment and drums, and
probably that much in everything.
probably that. Yeah.
It's like, we got to get my drums.
Yeah, dude, Josh was tripping about the drums. I don't blame him.
Let's go.
And we packed up. And another thing is, we're out in the sand, and if that gets wet, our cars are stuck out there. We're stuck.
And we didn't have the doors on.
And we didn't have the doors on my Jeep. Yeah, that was awful.
So
but
we had to like put everything back on the Jeep.
we packed like all of our gear, all of the camera gear, 2 cars full, and like 7 people in like maybe 3 minutes.
Yeah.
And like we closed the door and the rain started. Like we got out of there, but that was crazy.
I have a
they
video.
start throwing shit like.
Dude,
Oh my God.
it was me, Davian, and Carlos.
The 2 guys that
Carlo in the back of like a
The pickup truck.
pickup truck,
yeah.
bro. And it was raining, bro. And we were just like
Going over the hills,
going
over
over
the
like
dunes.
this like off-road hills, dude. Just like
And then of course when we get back to the house, it stops raining.
Yeah, the second we get on pavement, it stops raining.
How'd you guys find your manager?
That was literally, it was kind of how we were talking about before, how we were just messaged like industry people.
Right?
I found this one band and I was looking for who they followed, and I found this dude. His name's Mike Bacon, and yeah, he had pictures of him with like Dave Grohl and like
He seemed
Juice
legit.
World.
He
Yeah,
seemed
he seemed legit. So I sent him a message, and yeah, we talked for a while, and then we had a phone call, and then like he was like, "You guys are great," and then we didn't hear from him for like 2 months.
And I think I messaged one of his bands that they managed, one of their other bands, Television Superstition, which is kind of like a pop punk band. They're really good. But I messaged them just like get advice on a song, and then probably about a day or 2 later, we got another call from Bacon.
Yeah.
And started talking about them managing us.
So yeah, now it helps us get our heavy hand onto an official Apple Music playlist, which is awesome.
That's real.
What's your goal then? What's the next step you guys are gonna do?
So actually, we're right now we're getting ready to release an album sometime in the next 4 to 5 months.
Yep.
And then after that, we actually have some really big plans that we're still keeping under wraps for now. But
Okay. I respect that.
Yeah,
we
Right.
got some stuff cooking for the end of this year. going into
it's
next.
an actual debut album. Yeah. But no further info there.
Yeah.
Just yet.
Working with some really cool people on it, so we're really excited about it.
Cool. You guys are collaborating with big names or just friends?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's definitely, you've definitely heard them before.
Okay. Awesome. Babe, you guys are the last episode of our first season. So
Oh yeah.
congratulations on that. You're my last,
honored.
but not my ending. So let you know, right?
That's good to hear.
Yeah.
Glad there's gonna be more.
Yeah. Hopefully
Oh,
we
there'll
don't
be
like.
more coming. Don't worry.
So we were in a band. Me and Dylan were in a band before, and we had a reputation of being the last band to play at all these crappy venues in town.
Are you serious?
Yeah, we would play a show, and then the venue would close the next week. But yeah,
Yeah, that band was not the greatest.
No,
it was fun. We were like 16.
It was, yeah, we were young,
Yeah,
but like,
we're
I
gonna be
was a fan.
we're gonna be death metal, not death metal.
How old are you guys now, though?
I'm 21,
21.
45.
22.
Maybe.
And Josh.
I'm about to be 40, so believe it or not, it comes quick, you know?
Yeah, we're getting there.
Look at Austin. He doesn't even know what to do with himself. He's like,
Dude,
we've been
I
talking to
don't-
this old bitch the whole time.
I'm scared of my future. I hope I age well. I really do. I don't know if I
I hope you age well too.
Yeah, for real, man.
You're gonna be
Mind your
fine.
new singer.
know,
Put it
dude.
to age well. Just make sure you put some moisturizer on. You know, that's it.
I feel like he probably has the best skincare routine out of
Good.
anyone I know.
Yeah, I use like men's 9-in-1, scalp to foot.
Wearing.
I wish we could show you the
The
spider right
spider's
now.
massive.
It's so
This
funny.
is like-
Oh, is that why? No.
It's shooting my anxiety through the roof.
Oh,
I think
no,
even
no, no.
Blind Sam must be in a Marvel movie.
I was gonna show you how terrible my hands look.
We wouldn't even need like a record company. We could just like
I'll just be Spider-Man.
yeah, exactly.
Spider-Man.
We could have Robert Downey Jr. Just like record here. And we can-
You guys have day jobs or no?
Yes.
Sadly,
yes.
not for long.
I enjoy mine for the most part, but
I love mine. I really do.
Actually, I'm starting. I'm working with his company on Monday, so that'll
Yeah,
be fun.
I love myself.
Starting.
Cool. I mean, it sucks obviously because you want to do music full time, but that's all right. I'm glad that you love your day job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice to have like a place where you can just kind of like once you're writing for a while, you can have that thing that forces you to take a break and just get in your head for a little bit.
yeah.
Come back to it.
I think with mine, the reason I like it so much is because like I do all of our like posters and stuff. So working as a graphic designer, it like just makes me better.
So how did you guys get into music though? I never asked that.
That's different for everyone, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We might have to do like a little circle.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I can
tell me.
start. So everyone in my family was very in the beginning. Everyone in my family was like really musical, and like my dad, my mom sang. My dad is an amazing piano player,
Oh.
keyboard player, and then both my sisters play violin, drums, piano,
Yeah.
and I didn't play anything. And we went to when I was in between my middle school and freshman year in high school. I went to Nashville with my dad and my two sisters, and we went to his friend's studio, badass, like, pro level studio. And he's like, let's make a song. And he handed, my dad got on the keyboard, my sister got up to the mic, my other sister got on she could play a little bit of guitar, so she's on the guitar, and the sound engineer hands me a fucking triangle. And I'm like,
you're like sitting there. Ting.
And I'm like, I need to learn an instrument. I need to learn an instrument.
All embarrassed. Like everybody's got all this talent. And you're just sitting there like, ting. Oh,
yeah,
babe.
pretty much.
Tell me more.
And my cousin and my uncle were really good bass players. And so I decided to try that out and just stuck with it ever since. And I don't know, music is always, even before then, music was always a really big part of my life. I always listened to it constantly.
For me, it was strange. I grew up in England. That's where I was born. Like my mom's British, and like at school we had to learn an instrument. I learned guitar. I was never like serious for it. Like I guess I was okay for being like 6, but like
this guy.
We came over to Texas when I was like 11. And I don't know, I think it was like the stress of moving here. Like I was just like kind of like locked myself in my room type of deal. I didn't have anything to do. And one day we were at a pawn shop and I was just like looking around. I don't remember why we were there. I see like a guitar. I'm like, I want to learn how to play guitar. So we got this like shitty ass PV guitar. It was like $50 and this Fender 10-watt like solid state piece of shit missing 2 notes. It was like $70 for the whole thing, and within a week I'd learned like 3 Bon Jovi songs. But yeah, within that first couple of weeks I'd learned a couple songs and did the same thing as Devlin. I went to School of Rock, and it's a great place. Wasn't for me especially, but I mean my transition into guitar was really fast. I didn't really have any desire before, and then I started and couldn't get enough of it. I spent way too much time in my bedroom playing.
And Austin, what about you, baby?
I think it has to do with like I grew up with my mom primarily, and then my nana. So I feel like my taste like recently it's been starting to show. But I've been listening like they showed me like Celine Dion and like Cher, and I was like jamming to like Britney Spears with my mom when I was like 5. So like
I'm hanging out with you.
I feel like
man. I love Celine.
Yeah, dude.
Are you kidding me?
Oh yeah, dude. I drove all night. Has been playing.
Oh, I love that song.
Loudly.
Sing it right now. Go ahead. Take it away.
Oh, I'm not.
Let's hear it.
Come on, baby. Give me the chorus. You can do the rock star version. Can you at least give me the rock star version?
Yeah.
Man.
Anyway, continue.
Dude.
That's okay. I put you on the spot.
It's gonna be voice cracky and
It's okay.
auto tuned.
It's not gonna be auto-tuned.
Not auto-tuned.
To get to you, woke you from your sleep, to make love to you.
There you go.
Is that all right? There we go.
Over my-
That's out there.
There you go.
Thank you.
That's what I'm talking about, baby. Now you're making me feel sexy, honey. That's what I'm talking about. And my hat's off to you.
Yeah, so I would just sing in the shower, and then I didn't really think I could do any of it until I was like, I'm gonna sing at this church that I'm going to. Or no. I started drumming at the church, and then I was like, I gotta be at the front because I'm a narcissist, I guess. And I did, and I sang. I had to audition, and I sang 2 Ghosts at this audition, and they were like, "Wow, not to be mean or anything, but like you're a better singer than you are a drummer." And I was like, "Thank you."
You're right. Thank you.
So nice.
Right.
And so I started singing there, and then I went to this place called the Rock Mill.
That's where we met.
That's where we met. And I basically just was like a golden retriever that kind of stayed there.
I
And
always thought you swallowed there, but
No,
I didn't.
okay. So let me help you out a little bit.
Yeah.
When we were in the old band, the metal band, we recorded at this tiny little studio called the Rock Mill. And when we were like, this is like 3 years ago, we met this guy who was just this hippie dude that just like hung out at the studio. We like, me and Dylan thought this kid worked at the studio. No, he just like basically lived there. And he sang a couple harmonies on some of our old songs. We like got kind of like in connection with each other, and then we didn't talk to him for like 2 years. And then what happened in those 2 years?
In those 2 years,
Yeah.
I don't think I really did anything. I just kind of like, I think that at the Rock now, I really started like writing and like kind of like realizing that this is kind of what I want to do. I just don't know how to. And then them kind of showing me like how to sing properly, and like just especially showing me like how to act on stage, and like just kind of like the pop artist that I wanted to be. They were showing me like how to do so. And
Well, there is a technique to singing, definitely.
sorry.
There is definitely a technique to singing.
Yeah.
That's
I
an
should.
instrument in itself. Yeah.
Yeah. But
You practice when you do like the and all that.
yeah, I
Right?
do that.
I mean, you're supposed to do that,
Yeah.
aren't you? That's what I understand. And don't you be forgetting about me when you really make it. You understand, guys?
No,
Never.
Okay? I don't know how many Greeks you have in your life, but there's definitely one.
Not
Right now.
enough.
Yeah.
I will say the best vacation I've ever been to was when I went to Kos in Greece. That's
Okay.
my favorite island for sure.
No, it's
I've never been to anywhere cool like that, so that sounds nice.
It's a beautiful country. It really is. That I will say. It's poor, but it's beautiful, by now. So I definitely recommend you guys. Maybe you guys could do like a music video out there.
Yeah,
I'm down
my
for that.
earliest memory was literally just playing tennis on the beach in Kos. Like,
Bro, your child is fucking crazy.
yeah,
Oh,
well, because
so-
I was from England, so the flights to
So
Greece
it's like,
were
yeah, you take a train ride.
well, it's not train.
Oh,
You would
yeah.
fly,
Come
but
on,
it's
Dylan,
like
let's
it was in.
Let's go play tennis on the beach in Greece.
It was back when we were.
But
like,
that's the
EU.
thing. England, the European countries, is the same equivalent to America of the States.
It's like let's go to Florida.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we would go to.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is. It's crazy as
Yeah.
that sounds. They're all so close. Like I have cousins, they go to school in, let's say, in London, and it's a hop, skip, and away. I mean, it's literally closer than going from New York to San Diego, just to give you an idea.
Yeah, to get to anywhere in Europe, from at least when I was a kid, it was like within Texas, like because it takes 8 hours to get outside of Texas.
Jeez.
So like you could take a flight to anywhere in Europe. Like when I was a kid, we would go to Italy, we'd go to like Greece, we'd go to like
Yes,
France, and it would be like nothing.
it's nothing.
Yeah.
It's
That's one
nothing.
thing I
It's
do.
normal. That's what I'm trying to say. That's the norm. Where here it's like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go from New York to Florida. That's the norm. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to Chicago. That's the norm. It's normal to say, oh, I'm gonna go from London or England to France. It's
Yeah,
it's
it's
literally
you just go in the tube for a couple hours.
that's it. It's literally that's what it is.
You even go across the channel.
That
Skip it a jump and you're there.
that is the one thing I do miss about being in England.
Jumping.
That definitely is the biggest thing I miss about living in England was the proximity to other countries, because like now it's like vacation is like you gotta like actually travel, but back then it was like you have a free week, you take the underground, go to
Yeah.
Paris for a day,
Yeah.
it's like $200 for a day there, like, but like now it's like it costs that much to get outside of the state in
Yeah.
gas.
Yeah.
It-
No,
it's
it's-
weird.
I know. Well, God first, you guys will be able to travel because you'll be touring. That's going to be on the bucket list, right?
Yep,
For sure.
definitely a European tour.
That's
Yes.
absolutely. You have to. Are you kidding me? You got to go back home. You got to show them exactly. Look at. I left
Yeah.
when I was 10 and 11. Look where I'm at.
The second biggest country is the UK.
No,
Oh, and-
Canada is.
And there's
Yeah,
huge music. I mean, you're
It's
talking
US,
about-
Canada,
UK.
UK, Germany. Yeah.
you definitely have to get to UK and definitely tour all around their major cities. Definitely.
That's our goal for like kind of after we release our debut, I think.
Sometime next year. Yeah. A year from now, hopefully we'll be zooming you from London town.
Okay?
I mean,
We're gonna go drink a pint, and you can have your wine, and I'm gonna have my vodka. We're gonna drink a pint.
we're drinking some Guinness.
Some Guinness.
What I'm talking about. Love Guinness.
I mean, if you look at our progression from since we started to now, we're like basically at that point if you address it to another year. So
let's hope.
Yeah, all our more the
metrics.
No, I meant the things when you play like poker. Well, the chips. All our chips are in there.
I'm not sure. That's
probably
yeah,
not.
You guys are like old bullets for real.
Sorry, the old fashions are getting to me.
All right, baby. I'm glad you're letting loose.
Yeah.
That's the whole point. Well, thank you guys for coming on the show. You have no idea how much that means to me. I mean, it's literally.
Of course, we're very appreciative for you having us on the show. It's great. We love
the fact that you guys just got out of the car, for God's sakes, and just sat down and did it. I mean, thank you so much. I can't wait for you guys to give me the update in the future, and I can't wait for great things to come for everybody, me, you, everyone. So thank you for coming on the show, everybody. Thank you for enjoying the old fashioned together with me. Sagapao in Greek, that means I love you. So sagapao.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.